Welcome to NuttieBuddie Entertainment. The good.
That's okay. That's good. That's all right. That's okay.
Let's do it. Okay, since you failed your first assignment, Sarah, let's give you a chance to succeed in your second assignment. What's your first good?
I would say all of the scenes that, and this kind of lends to what you were saying with, is it Frigga or Frida, the mom?
It's Frida. Did I pronounce it wrong? Did I say Frida?
Yeah, it's Frigga.
Frigga or Frigga?
A or B? Let's see here.
It's I believe
Frigga. Yeah.
Okay.
G. I was pronouncing it, I think,
yeah.
with a G. My bad. I mean D. It's a G, not a D. Sorry,
Okay.
everybody. You rewrite it. I'll edit it out. No, I'm just kidding. Okay.
But no, I really enjoyed all of like the scenes that showed their family dynamic because it felt, obviously, you know, they're gods or whatever, but it felt true to life. And like, you've got Loki, who's the problem child, but the dad's being stern. The mom doesn't want to give up on him. You've got the brothers who they love each other, but they can't, you know, they obviously have issues based on what Loki did, but they still need to like work together and try to like build trust. And I thought the movie did a great job showing, I mean, because we got, you know, scenes with Thor and his mom and Loki and his mom and Thor and his dad and Loki and his dad. And then just seeing all the different family dynamics at play, I thought was probably the most enjoyable part of the movie to me, just all their interactions together.
Yeah. No, yeah, that's true. I liked it as well. Brian?
Yeah, I like that as well. It's almost like seeing like kind of like a Shakespearean, you know, play out, which is probably I don't know. I think this is in my good. Yeah, the look of the movie, especially when it's as regards of Asgard, like they've gotten that so right, especially when we got to go on planet and Jane was like transported there and everything. Really enjoying the look still. The only caveat is the dark elves looked horrible.
Well,
but...
that's a spoiler right there.
Yeah, but that's the only caveat. Altogether, like an off-world experience from Earth. Going into this, I enjoyed that look a lot.
Yeah, it was visually pleasing most of the time. Yeah, excellent. Okay, Sarah, you have another good?
I would say I like that we did get to spend more time with like Lady Sif and Heimdall. I think they could have done more with both of them. Especially I feel like there were kind of hints that they kind of wanted to make like Lady Sif a romantic option for
Love
Thor.
triangle?
Yeah,
Yes.
and they maybe could have explored that a little deeper instead of just like hinting at it with, you know, sly comments, you know, longing glances, whatever. But I thought, you know, I think they're both great characters and I enjoyed seeing more of them than we did in the first movie. But yeah, could have still seen even more though.
Yeah, and you know what? I agree with that. This Lady Sif and Thor part, because like even with, you know, we know what we know about Loki now and how he kind of like has a thing for her. Right, because that's what in the show Loki kind of showed that he had. It actually would have been nice to like know that in this movie a little bit, right? Like it wasn't really shown that much, but no, I agree with you. I actually have her and the Warriors 3. I thought they were pretty like they were good in this movie in my, like, you know, again, just stretching it maybe from okay to good or mad to good. I'll say specifically the heist scene was pretty entertaining.
No, yeah, it was.
I like how each of them were like, if you betray him, I'll like Sif said that, and the next one said that, and the other one. So and then Loki's like, well, it looks like you're gonna have to wait in line, basically. So I kind of like that again to show what we mentioned from the last movie, that they had that brotherhood, that bond between Thor and these warriors. So I have them in my good as well.
I thought it was kind of interesting that they left like within the first 10 minutes of the movie, they left the one guy stranded on his home world. And then also the recast for the recast for the guy with the mustache and goatee. I don't understand why they did that.
I think it was a scheduling conflict.
Really?
Because the guy in the first movie, I think was on some like Disney TV show or something. So
okay. Interesting.
let's see here. Yeah, that's interesting. And it doesn't really matter because they don't make it past the third movie anyway.
I know that's why I thought it was kind of ridiculous. Like, if you're gonna kill him off, why even recast him? But I guess if it's scheduling issues, what else?
Any other good?
Yeah, I like with the first movie and this one, I really enjoy the pacing of the movie. I think it's paced really well. Story wise, it's a little up and down, but just all together, I think it did a good job of like having a cohesive story all throughout it. There were some like low points in it. That's the only thing. It seemed like it was pretty, I don't know, which we'll just get into a little bit later. It's regarding the villain, but yeah. I think that was mainly the issue. But then I also had Thor in my good because I think he shined a lot more in this movie than he did in the other one. And especially he was a lot more level-headed. And I think he did a good job in this one.
Yeah. How were his eyebrows, Sarah?
They fixed the hair and the eyebrow situation.
Perfect.
So
awesome.
we're all good here.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like we should have at least shouted him out a little bit more last movie, but I also didn't want to give him, but this movie he was definitely, I felt like a better. He Chris Hemsworth seemed to really
more natural in the role.
He seemed more comfortable. I think they were giving him a little bit more free reign, kind of with like the Loki character to make it his own. So
yeah, no, I agree.
My last good is I like Darcy.
Oh, see, I did not.
Thank you.
I knew it would be controversial. I like Darcy. I'm just gonna say it.
She's in my bad.
Of course,
driving me nuts all movie.
She's further down for me, but we'll talk about that when we get there. My last good, I'm gonna say, just like the lesson that Thor learned in the first movie about negotiating before a conflict, knowing when the right thing when's the right time to take action. He almost had the opposite lesson, it's not the opposite lesson, but the lesson of when's the right time to take action. So like that was his lesson sort of in this movie, like, hey, sometimes you got to do the right thing even though you're told not to do the right thing, like as far as taking Jane away from Asgard so they can save the citizens and stuff like a king would do. And I thought that was kind of cool that they kind of, I don't know if they did it on purpose, but it kind of seemed like those lessons kind of like lined up really nicely. Like he tried to talk, and then when his father into this, and when his father wasn't willing to listen, he's like, okay, I have to take action because, that's what a good leader does. So I just wanted to give like a shout out to the fact that it seemed like that they continued on with that lesson that he learned in the first movie going into the second one.
Yeah, totally.
Okay, guys, you ready to move on?
Let's get into the bad.
Okay, let's do it. The bad. I hope you guys enjoyed this clip of Sarah, Brian, and I breaking down Thor: The Dark World. Let us know in the comments below what is your great, good, bad, and ugly when it comes to this movie. If you haven't checked out already, we have done the great, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And if you'd like to listen to the rest of it, click on one of the links to the podcast below, subscribe to the channel, like the video. Thanks so much for watching. We'll talk to you guys soon.